video is intended for audiences who are 13 and over. If you are not 13 and over, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
William, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, look, maybe the poor, maybe the rich aren't out of touch with the common everyday people, right? Maybe they do understand our struggles and our way of living, right?
What kind of fantasy land are you living in?
Look, that's what this week's episode taught me.
Yeah, actually. Oh my god, yeah, actually, that is what this week's episode is, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Look. It turns out that poor people have feelings. Right? Right. Look, right. Without King-Ohger to teach me this important lessons, there was no way for Rita, I think is this one's right. No, Himeno. Himeno, right? There was no way for Himeno to learn this important lesson about life, right?
Did she learn a lesson? Did she really? I feel like she's already. I mean, at this point, we're learning more about them than they are learning about anything else.
Boy, hey, I don't understand how the fuck there's a fucking a European butler outfit society in a world where that concept does not exist, right?
Okay, yeah, I mean you say that, but then we have apparently this kingdom has like some like advanced tech where I'm pretty sure they can probably revive the dead,
Is that the theory? Are we on the theory that this is Earth in like millions of years? Are we thinking this is a Planet of the Apes situation, right?
Oh wait, but how would that work in general? Because the thing is, humans are still like kind of top dog right now, so it's kind of like reverse.
Alright, so maybe society died out and a new group of society happened, right? Right.
I mean, they just call it Terra, so I mean, for all we know, that could legit be the case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, look, they have lights. Lights isn't too difficult to replicate, but like, they legit have a kingdom that looks straight up like from Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, discounting the fact that they have limited places to film the set, okay?
Okay,
right?
okay.
I mean, okay, bots, okay? I don't want to hear any complaints in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
But like, since they have like. We can assume that might just be a very well preserved ruin of a city that they decided to just go in and like basically rebuild society from there.
Jesus
and it could be the same with most other places too.
Is that why fucking Eastern maid and butler outfit exists, right?
Yes, they may have revered them as like, I don't know,
as gods or something.
Well, maybe not gods, if only because like we're seeing how Princess Himeno is treating the butlers and the maids.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more like, I don't know. Maybe they're like pillars of servitude or something.
That they found from the ancient records. Man, I'm gonna be really mad if by the end of this series that fucking Terra is actually just a fucking it's actually just Earth like millions of years in the future, and this actually does becoming a fucking whatchamacallit,
a Planet of
the Apes situation, right? I'd be real fucking mad if that was the fucking case, right? If it's like that.
Yeah, I would probably hope for something. Well, I mean, I'm fine with the whole idea of like being a totally different planet in some far off corner of the universe or something.
Dude, do you think the series is taking place a long time ago on a planet far, far away?
So wait, it's Attack on Titan with Star Wars and fucking just medieval shonen wildness to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they also just happen to have Sentai there.
Yeah. Just happens to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just happens to. And
yeah.
I'm still waiting for it.
Oh, I'm eating right now. That's probably how it's
done. Oh my god. We've done the intro how many times, and how is it that we never managed to like make one that's just flawless?
Oh no, we've done a bunch of flawless intros before in the past.
Not anymore. They're not flawless anymore.
Hey, look,
what do you mean?
Look, maybe if someone didn't disappear for 27
Oh
weeks,
my
according to
God.
Tariq, right? We would have mastered the art of it, right? Just like how I mastered the art of having figure a transition for our weekly unnamed discussion series about Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger, a series where I also a personal years of knowledge about
Tiger Fox.
tokusatsu, and will welcome our ape
Tiger.
overlord as my friend. That's here with a person who throws rocks at monkeys at the zoo, as we discuss the latest Super Sentai
I don't
season,
do that.
Ohsama
don't
Sentai
I don't
King-Ohger.
I don't do that. This is slander, and I'm gonna sue you for defamation.
Oh shit! Oh. Hey,
Oh my God.
this opening really fucking good.
Oh yeah. They finally have the opening that comes out. I have only maybe 2 issues with it. Really, like legit, just 2 issues. Because
Okay.
I love the energy that the series is kind of, or the opening is bringing to the show. But my only real issue with it is that, for one, it sort of lacks impact, and I can understand why. So it's why I'm kind of willing to give it a slide. But like in those moments where they're kind of like in slow motion or standing still to kind of really show off the characters, right? Like, as an example, when who's the Purple Ranger? What was her name again?
Her name is Rita.
Rita?
Yeah.
Is it Rita or Rina?
Rita.
Rita. Okay, so Rita is just like when she's kind of like has a sword and she's just like kind of breaking at the rock that has the credits on it and everything, right? Like,
I know there's a real awkward scenario where they kept doing that. They kept reversing that clip for some fucking reason.
no, and it's just, it kind of like lacks impact. Like, it doesn't feel like it really you really feel the impact of the break, which is what kind of annoyed me when I was watching it. And then the other thing really is just, oh no, there was also the just to bring out the other example. It's kind of like they did this shot. Let me see if I can find a good timestamp for it, just so we can go follow along. But around like 3:40 and everything, when you see the Rangers like in their suits and everything, and you kind of have them like slowly going over in like slow motion, that kind of thing, to the sides. I kind of wish that there was more of like a feeling of force when it kind of like.
I mean, because I think the whole point was to show the bug, right? Because if you watch, you see the bug, each of their respective bug aesthetic forms around them, right? I think it was more of that. Like, it's supposed to be more like showing off that element,
Yeah, it's just like it's like earlier. It just kind of like there's like an earlier energy with the kind of action of the mech, and like you see like Gira in his ranger form just kind of like have that movement. I just kind of feel like if we moved along with the momentum and we made it so that like when they're showing off the bugs, right? Like, if it was more like similar to like that impact that you get when they're transforming, I would have appreciated that a lot more. And so it's really just a lack of impact and force in it. And the only other thing is just like, I kind of feel like the song is a little weak in terms of like how, like, don't get me wrong, it's something you can jam to, but it's like, I feel like with this kind of opening, you want to kind of rock out a little more.
I think this song had to be way more raw. This is like the most. Hey, look, that's the thing about this is like the most anime opening I ever seen a Sentai have. This is 1% like a straight up anime opening.
Yeah, but like they did it very well for what they could do, they did.
For no anime aesthetic and everything, I was like, and everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like the song could have been like way more high impact.
No, yeah,
like a way more hype song.
It needed a lot more energy to it to really hype you up into getting into the episode, is what I feel like. And just like maybe just create more impact with it, and it would have been perfect. It would have been so good.
Okay.
I hope my mic picked that up, because otherwise it's just a whole bunch of silence. Oh my god. No, but yeah, so like they were captured, right? And then they're just straight up brought here. And then fucking,
definitely not a fucking international incident, right?
Yeah, I feel like there should have been a lot more by this point or something, but then fucking the princess is like, "Hey, welcome to my crib." And then it's just like it just kind of goes into this whole like, "Hey, I'm here to capture you, and I'm kind of interested in you. By the way, I can do whatever I want with you, because we are the land of beauty and medicine. So if you lose a leg, we'll grow it right back for you. Don't worry." It's the vibe I get from this place. But yeah, I mean, like, they have some fucking wild sci-fi like medicine tech, dude. Like, it's insane. Like, at this point, it's like I used to think that the tech guys were like top dog, But now, like, well, I mean, you could make the argument of like if they hacked the land of no, they're still top dog now. I actually think about it, but like my original thought was like thinking they could have immortal soldiers and nobody could stop them. Nobody would be able to do anything. They could just die, like their throat slit or something, and then they put them in a pod and be like, all right, you're good, get back out into the field, and then they fight. And they are like entirely fanatical, so I feel like this is a kingdom of evil in the making.
Oh, you think you think how this game just like is too like there's like a dark secret hidden below, you know, right? Right, like the reason and everything right is that underground, you know, they take people and they take them to a fucking education camp or whatever, right? You know.
I mean, you know, it's either that or you bribe them, and which is probably what she's been doing. It's like, hey,
oh boy,
man,
Halo, did she tell their
alive
citizen
forever.
that did she tell their citizen, hey, look, there is no war, you know, right?
There is no war
Right,
in Terra. How do you think how do you think she brainwashes them? She just like, oh no, wait, no, okay, I just had a horrible thought. Like, what if she just kills the person, puts them in a pot, and revives them with no memory?
Oh, what?
It's really dark. I'm not gonna lie. I know I took it this way, but I didn't think it would go this far. Oh my god, now my mind's like buzzing with activity. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, look. I don't trust this. I don't trust Himeno, you know, right?
Yeah, she's a little sus in my opinion, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little sus. But fucking this princess has some gall, dude. Like, she legit just, I mean, he's hanging by rope, right? He's hanging by a goddamn rope. And then nobody's doing anything about it. They all just think it's normal. See, this is the proof. This is more proof that everybody's been brainwashed. They think
Yeah. This is definitely an authoritarian, right, society that she rules over. You know, right? Like, she rules over with like an iron fist, and everyone who goes against her way will be sent to the gala, right?
No. Here's the thing, though. Because if this is a land of immortality, right? All she has to do is like, this person is no longer welcome to this kingdom, and death shall await them outside these gates, and they shall have no help.
Oh, hold on. Do you think she's secretly doping all of her people to get them addicted to like some type of thing that only exists in their kingdom? So if they go against her, she'll take away their supply.
It's either that. Well, it's probably that, but it's also probably just like, if someone, like, they basically say, you no longer have access to our immortality machine, you can go die a natural death and enjoy what rest of life you have.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably how it goes. So it's probably those two, in all honesty, if I had to say.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, we just made her into a tyrant. What the hell?
Hey, look, she blows up some poor people's houses or something. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, because they get in her way, you know. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's like literally just a guy just like splashes mud or something on the fucking carpet, and she's literally just.
Oh yeah, no, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna blow. I'm time for me to blow up your house now, you know, right? That's what you get. Let that be a lesson. You know.
Yeah, that's very true. And then she's like, all right, now my field of flowers looks fucking amazing. Now I don't have to
now that the poor people are gone, this area looks better, you know, right?
Yeah, it's so bad, dude. Oh my god, they just legit like tossed them out and like, all right, that's it. Like, they had this. Okay, here's the thing, right? Because the thing is, like, she blew up this house. Okay, we all acknowledge this, but this was prepped beforehand, because the fact is that like they had like the whole like box with the fucking what do you call it? The detonator, the lever, right? The detonator, right? Yeah, the lever, right, and everything. She had that prepped. At some point, she sent like probably some maids and butlers down there like fucking ninjas, and had them plant bombs in that house while that family of two was just sleeping there. And then she decided to come over and say, this house is ugly, get those two out the way. And then she had it blown up. She had this prepped beforehand, my guy. She had this prepped beforehand. She had somebody plant explosives beneath somebody's house. Something could have gone wrong very quickly, very fast. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's insane. It's
Mhm.
insane. Also, we have the Bugnarok people for a quick bit.
Yeah.
And they're
Mhm.
also just excited at the fact that they could die at any moment.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they have this whole
They're gonna make
thing.
their comeback, right?
Oh,
They're gonna make
yeah.
their comeback, Like, hey, look, we've been waiting 2,000 years for this, right? By the way, these things still freak me the fuck out. Just seeing them hang along the walls and everything.
Oh, yeah, the bugs and everything. Yeah,
like being
it's
actual
really
bugs
crazy.
who like does that shit, right? Right? If you ever look at those look at those
Yeah.
fucking houses where you see bugs just crawling over the walls and
Oh,
everything.
no, yeah. You just see a cockroach on the wall. You're like, ugh, ugh, Yeah, that's the vibe I get from these
Mhm.
guys. I mean, to be fair, they are bugs, so it tracks, but it's
Yeah.
still fucking gross.
Mhm.
Also, there was like that mural thing, right?
Yeah.
Fucking about like how it's like, oh, we're gonna once we obtain the three greater guardians, now we can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah,
You know?
once we gain all their stupid bug thingies, we can finally get our revenge or whatever the fuck.
I'm
You
just
know.
kind of curious as to what the twist might be, though, because I expect there to be a twist. Because so far, like, there are people who worship bugs as gods, right? But then there's these guys who are also bugs. So then you're like, what's the deal with that? I'm waiting for a twist at some point. I just want to know what it is.
All right.
I'm calling that there's gonna be a twist. That's all I'm really saying.
All right. So the current rumor mill, I believe, right now, right, is that the Sixth Ranger is from the underground bug kingdom or some shit and everything, and they have their own and. Right,
Oh, and they have their own
it's the
mech.
classic trope where the Sixth Ranger starts off evil, right? It's like, oh yeah, hey, fuck you guys, right? My country tells me that your country are the bad guys, right? Right? You're the one that right? You're the one that came to our countries and bombed us, right?
I mean, to be fair, it's not exactly a hard perspective to really get at because it's just like in the legend, humanity did push back the bugs, right, with the
Mhm.
help of the gods, and then they pushed them underground and they basically jailed them there for like a
Yeah.
while, for
Right.
2,000
Yes.
years
Yes. That's the
essentially.
current rumor
So
that's
so
going
yeah,
on right now.
it's not a hard stretch. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds
Yeah.
actually rather plausible. But my thing is that if when we do see, okay, hold on, before I say anything, did they reveal any news about the Sixth Ranger or how he looks and what they might like be wearing?
There is a current rumor is that he's a spider or some shit.
Okay, because you see, the thing is, my biggest thing is like if he is from Bugnarok, right, or he or she, I don't know,
Mhm.
or they, because we're, is being progressive now, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that. But the thing is like, I hope that when the Sixth Ranger does comes, that it's not an actual person. You get
Oh,
what
it's
I
an
mean? 'Cause if
actual
he's
bug person?
yeah, if he's from the Bug Kingdom, I want him to be an actual bug, and then see how that interaction goes. Because if he's human or human raised by bugs, it's gonna be kind of lame, and it's
Mhm.
kind of like the typical thing that they always do. But if he was an actual bug,
Yeah.
and he came
Right,
in
because
and
if you look at the
joined the
mural, you
team,
could see definitely
great.
what is like all of our mechas we get this year, right? Because the top of the mural is all five Megazord, and then at the middle row we see the God Kabuto. That was the thing that we saw at the end of the episode, right?
Right,
Then
and
we
then
see
they
a
have like
grasshopper, and I
and I
think
think
the
a
thing below
scorpion,
the
right?
grasshopper is the spider,
Oh,
right?
is it a spider? It looked like a scorpion to me. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
the
Let me see
one
if I
on
can
the
get it.
right is a scorpion, right?
Hold on. Give me a timestamp. I'm
Go
trying to
to
find.
637. It's like the best shot.
Okay, let me just 637. Oh, the one at the bottom right there, right?
Yeah, right. Because the one all the way at the top, we don't see it. That's the Megazord. That's all five bugs, right? And then in the middle row, the left is the God Kabuto. That's the thing we saw at the end of the episode.
Right.
Then we
And
see a
then
grasshopper, and
right.
I think the thing below it is the spider. Is the right? Because the current rumor is a white ranger, right? And
Mhm.
if you reach and stretch it far, you could technically say that's a white spider in the mural, right?
I don't know. It
I
kind
mean
of
that's a
feels
reach, but right?
it is a reach, yeah. The
Right?
thing is,
Yeah, but
because
I
the
think
thing,
that's the spider, and the one on the right is the scorpion.
I don't know, because the thing is, from what they're showing me, at least from how I'm seeing this mural right now, it doesn't probably look like a spider, but I feel like it's more like, it's like it's showing that like if you have Kabuto the grasshopper and the scorpion, they'll probably go into one other mech too, because we have three with the other ones, right? And then they
Mhm.
have their two weapons and stuff. But then you have these three here, and I'm assuming in the below Kabuto is like a set of weapons that they come with it, and then at the very bottom is probably just like maybe like the helmet or like the head of the
Yeah,
of the mech that they have formed.
I have no idea what the fuck that thing all the way at the bottom is.
Yeah, because the thing is like I can see why people would say it's a spider because they want to know who the Sixth Ranger is, but my current bet at the moment, and I'll be glad if I'm wrong. I don't mind as long as they did the Sixth Ranger right. But like I assume that's just like the mech in its finalized form when those three are joined together. And it's just gonna be our secondary mech to have fight alongside the one that we have right now.
Right. But yeah, that's
So,
the current rumor mill right now regarding the Sixth Ranger and everything. But yeah, look, they have some rainbow, and then fucking Gira describes Jello. Jello, it's just fucking Jello. Nobody in this kingdom is smart to fucking make Jello. I don't know how to fuck you idiots.
They made it into a goddamn soup when it was like in the next shot.
Oh, look, you think the problem is that Jello is a poor people food, right? And they never had poor people food before, right? So they had.
Oh my god.
Right, because when I saw where the fuck that soup thing, what the fuck is this?
So they all just have rich foods. Like they have like foie gras and like caviar,
lobsters, you know, right?
A5 Wagyu filet mignon or some shit like that.
Right, and then fucking Jared's like, then I was like, what the fuck is this weird soup? And then he does his stupid flashback where he describes it, and they show it. That's just fucking Jello. These people doesn't know how to make. I was like. Yeah, like, he literally describes Jello.
It's literally just Jello.
I was like fucking mad. It's Jello with, I guess, sugar crystals or something on top, like some type of topping.
It looks like some kind of seed or something, dude. Like
it doesn't look like seed. It looks more like sugar. Like, boy, I don't know who the fuck.
No, it's because the thing
on
is
their Jello.
Why I say that is oh no, those are probably those look like what do you call them? Competo or something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it properly, but you know those sugar candies that Japan has that has a little they basically look like and I hate to say it, but they basically look like little coronaviruses.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like it's topped with like their version of rock candy and like some silvery like I feel like they're like silver leaves rather than gold leaves or something because that's just how they look to me. Right. I mean, but
rich people never eaten a Jello before, you know. Right?
Yeah, they've never eaten it. Yeah. Honestly, they're missing out because it looks like a pretty good dessert. I'm not gonna lie. Right, but then she's like, oh, by the way, yeah, I mean, you have good reasons for wanting Jello because you want to give them to your children. But if you don't give me the big mech, then you ain't ever leave.
Look, if you're not gonna feed children, If you're not gonna feed children Wagyu steak, at least feed them Jello, you know, right? Like that's that's the this or that, you know, right? You either feed the kids of your nation Wagyu beef, or you feed them Jello, you know, right? There's no in between.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh my god, Jello or death. Jeez. Also, like afterwards, okay, Peace, this is the thing that okay, I'm fine with this episode, but there's this one annoying subplot that just annoyed the shit out of me. Mainly because there's like no exposition at all. But right after they make she's like, oh, if you don't give me the mech, you're here forever now. You're my prisoner. And also Rita's kind of in the background. For some reason.
No, she's watching them. She's watching them, you know.
Yeah, but then comes the annoying subplot because the thing is, and the only reason why I'm annoyed is because of how
you think
rushed
the poor people are an annoying subplot?
Okay,
you think the poor shouldn't have AIDS rights?
Okay, you say that, but like legit, as this man came up with his daughter in a wheelchair, right? There's this whole thing where they're talking about like, oh, he's just trying to like get money or something, or like trying to work hard, but like they have some financial situation going on. But then his daughter is in a wheelchair, and she's all like, "Oh, well, I'm glad that we're good.
Also,
that
real quick,
money,
hey, look. So I don't operate a sewing machine, right? So I don't know any of this stuff, but I don't understand how the fuck you being a wheelchair stops you from working on a sewing machine unless it's like an old-fashioned sewing machine that requires like the like their
like
legs,
the little foot pedal and everything.
Right.
Yeah, but honestly, with the way their tech is, like they probably don't even need like a sewing machine.
Right,
Like
hey, look, that doesn't sound like your daughter having a. That just sounds like your business hasn't adapted to the modern era, right? That's literally your business fault. That's right. It's nothing to do with the fact that your daughter's hey, maybe if you spent money on getting an electric sewing machine, your daughter's legs would work, right? Maybe you wouldn't be in so much debt,
Here's my thing. Because here's my thing, right? Because the thing is, this is what brings me to the subplot. Because the thing is, what annoys me the most is not the fact that she's in a wheelchair, but the fact that she could have walked this whole entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the thing is, I don't know. Because the thing is, they make it very unclear, or at least they don't make it clear enough to me.
I thought she had like an accident or something, right?
Yeah, and I thought like maybe their medicine just wasn't like advanced enough, or maybe it was a dangerous surgery or something they're going to mention. But they're like, oh, I guess we weren't able to help out. Here, have this. We're going to try again, right? And I'm like, okay, so the father, like in this case, has a legitimate reason to be upset because like this is a land where people like don't have to worry about their health. But then you have his daughter there, who is essentially can't do anything, right? Because she's in a wheelchair. Like apparently she was supposed to be healed, but she wasn't. And so like I understand why the father is upset because he feels like he's been tricked. But like afterwards, when they're all attacked and everything, she's like, hey, the Queen Himeno. She's not a princess.
Yeah.
But like, Himeno basically goes up to her. It's like, hey, it's okay to be a little selfish, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to be selfish, right? And then because it ties into this whole thing about Gear, like learning about Himeno, whatever. But the thing is, she's like, I can be selfish too, and then she gets up on her own 2 feet, and then just like
it's really jarring. I was
like,
I was actually confused by what was going on with this fucking character.
Yeah, and then it's just like this whole thing, like after the battle is done, she starts talking, she's like, Dad, I want to be more selfish and follow my dreams. And I was like, okay, don't worry about it, follow your dreams, I'll make up the money somehow. First of all, grade A father, okay?
Right, but what is he making money? What did he needed the money for? It just sounds like this daughter was just a piece of shit who kept like, wait, fucking, why the fuck do I have to walk when I can have my dad push me around?
That's the thing, right? Because the thing is, it's just like
it's very jarring with this subplot. Like, this the lesson, our lesson of the week is, right?
No, because the thing is, my issue is just the fact that like the daughter, like sure she can be selfish, go after her dreams, and because it just sounds like she didn't.
Right, like if it makes it sound like she didn't want to like be in the family business. Or some shit,
right.
Right? I would be like, fine.
Like,
but it's not. That's not what this episode is about.
No, but the thing is, here's the thing. That is what this episode is about. But the wheelchair thing is such a distraction, and it's just like it doesn't really add anything, and rather just makes it seem like she's just being like a real big like jerk, right? And it's just like, okay, like if it was just a matter of like of Himeno like walking by the shop, like saying, "Oh, this place was known for really good clothes or something like that, and we'll fix you up with something while you're my guest because I can't stand your ugly fashion sense," right? If it was something like that, and then they come over, and then maybe like the daughter was just unenthused about making clothes, and then the father being like, "Hey, be serious about this job. This is what makes us money, and will afford us to have a good living."
Yeah, no, it's really confusing. Right.
And so then if it was like the daughter just being like, oh, but I have other dreams, maybe she's just looking at, maybe she wants to make art, sculptures, whatever, right? And then she just looks off wistfully or something, and then Himeno notices, and then maybe at that point she tips generously or whatever because she likes their clothes and she wants to support the shop.
Also, boy, hey, look, I'm not right? That's paralyzed, but I'm not sure that's not how fucking it works, right? For you to get your legs straight back like that.
But
right?
No. All I'm saying is like if you took out the wheelchair out of that and have that as the subplot where she's just unenthused about her work and shit, and then have it so that like then the princess or not princess. I keep calling her a princess. I don't know why.
I mean, look, she has the princess archetype.
She has the princess vibes, but she's more of a queen.
But she is the queen, right?
Yeah, but anyway, Queen Himeno is basically like then she comes up to the girl and says, "Hey, it's okay to be selfish, and I'm here to protect you." Because my selfishness is what gives birth to this kingdom and everything, and so it will allow you to be selfish and follow your dreams too, type of thing. Then that ending, with the father would have made a lot more sense, because for one, I would have gotten a lot more context. And like in the episode as it is currently, I am unclear as to why she chose to be in the wheelchair. We only make the supposition because it looks like they're tailors, so that's why we go off of that. But then it's just like it's never stated, or at least she's never like. There's never any real indication as to why she's in the wheelchair, or why she's choosing to stay in the wheelchair, and why she's so depressed.
Yeah,
and the thing is, we want to know what her dreams are, but they don't tell us. So it's just like, why was she, like, why? How, like, I get Himeno's helping her out, but how did she know to help her out? Like she looks down, but if they had a conversation or something, it would have helped clear up a lot of things.
Yeah.
So but like we don't get any of that, and so I'm just
it's really bad. I think this subplot is actually just really bad. I feel like we're just missing something as well. I feel like there's
because it feels like we're missing a lot of context too. Because that's the thing, we have information, we know like she's upset and that she wants to follow her dreams, but we're missing the context of what that is and why she is depressed as the way she is now.
Right?
They don't tell you otherwise. We are making suppositions
we're
right
missing
now.
the story about why she actually can't use her legs, if anything.
Yeah, and the thing is like, even if it's like, if she was able to use her legs, then like, why didn't everybody catch on beforehand? Why didn't the doctors be like, hey, she can't walk or something?
Right, like this is more like a psychological right issue she's going through, right? Because I can't tell if this is like a physical issue. She's going out with her legs like actually broken. She needs like surgery to save them. But the way that this episode makes it feel like she has like a psychological reason, like oh yeah, no, she's perfectly fine, right? Her body, right? So... But her just mind is just like she just doesn't want to do the thing, right?
It's just like, yeah, and it's just like we're missing so much context and with this. It's just like the ending, like I get what they're going for, but it just falls flat because we don't have the context for it. And it's so annoying. Like, But we do get some resolution on the two people who do like lose their home and everything. At the very least, I'm satisfied with that, because then you kind of see why Gira is like, all right, I'm cool with you now, which is fine, because we actually get some context, because like we get a quick shot of him like with him with the kid, and then afterwards during the battle, or like when they're talking about Himeno, about realizing that her selfishness is what allows this kid to be so prosperous in the first place. It's just a selfishness for, the love of her people, that kind of thing, right? But like he has that talk with that kid, and they do that flashback. They're like, okay, you see, this helps to add into the context of Princess Himeno, but the girl in the wheelchair doesn't really do that at all. It's just so like, it's so off-putting. Like if they legit just went with like they don't even have to go with what I said. Like your thing about the psychological thing would have been perfectly fine, because the thing is like because anything would have been better than the lack of context that we got in this episode.
Right.
It was wild. But anyway, complaining a lot about that.
Yeah. Then she makes her butler dress like an old man because she thinks that's really funny.
That is so fucking wild.
Yeah. But when that line came up of him saying he's only 25, it fucking got me. It got me real good. I'm not gonna lie.
It was really funny. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm actually 25 years old. I'm wearing makeup right now, and my name isn't even actually Sebastian. She just thinks all butlers have a name Sebastian.
Yeah. She read about it in the archives, right? Right, but you guys might not notice, but our kingdom is built on a mythical land called once known by its great name, NYC. Our scholars don't know what that means yet. Right? We're still trying to figure out the hidden meaning of these three letters. But we do know one thing. We do know one thing. They love the heart a lot. They love talking about how they're NYC and they're NYC strong,
Oh my god, dude. Jeez. But dude, it was just fucking wild to me. Like, it's just a funny little story to add the context. But the thing is, like, the whole Sebastian Butler thing, like, I was watching it with a friend, because I was like, hey, you want to watch this with me? He's like, yeah, sure, I ain't got nothing better to do. And he's like, and once he hasn't seen the previous episode, only this episode, and he still was like, why is it every butler, I mean not butter, why is it that every butler, like, is named Sebastian? And then the next scene happens, and it's just about the guy talking about his name is not actually Sebastian.
No. The queen told me that she was gonna shoot my family if I didn't change my name. Right? She has them in the ancient archives right now working, right?
Oh my god.
Like in order for them to leave, I have to change my name, you know.
Oh my gosh, it's just
Yeah,
so
and
fucking
also this was
wild.
the episode I realized that Kamakiri Oger, Yellow Ranger's her helmet
Right.
has a hint of purple on it. I never noticed that.
Wait,
I
did
literally did
it?
not know that she had purple in her helmet.
Oh, like on the like
On
the
the
little
where the eye visor was, right? I
yeah,
was
the
like this is like
those
the
little
first time
horns or
I
something.
noticed this.
Yeah, I know. It's actually kind of fucking wild. So, I mean, at least it helps pop it up a bit. But I feel like if they're gonna go with purple, they could have some more purple or something somewhere.
Yeah.
But also like, I don't know why it popped up in my head, but like when they were doing their transformations, and everything, especially here when she was transforming, if like, I don't remember if they did this a lot in the previous ones, or at least in what was it called?
Kira Major?
Kid Major, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're doing the transformations and everything, and then they had the voice lines over the music, I felt like I was watching Kamen Rider for the hottest second. It was fucking wild. I'm like, did they change Sentai to the point where they started adding Kamen Rider elements now? Have I missed this in the previous season or something?
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss this with Kira Major? Did I miss this with fucking Zenkaiger? Because I don't remember it being like this, like overwhelmingly like the
This
voice
much
line with the
fucking
music.
this much fucking
Over,
audio
yeah, with the audio overlap and everything. Yeah,
right.
it was
Yeah.
kind of like intense for me there. And then it's like, what's she called here? What did they call her specifically?
Kamakiri Oger.
Kamakiri Oger.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
when they
it's,
said
it's,
that, it's just like it felt so much like Kamen Rider. I'm like, what the hell is happening here? What is going on?
Hey, look,
Am I
but
watching
hey, look,
Kamen
William,
Rider?
it's finally. But you know what does go on this episode? The thing you've been waiting all season for.
Yes,
The big
yes,
payoff.
yes.
The big story element they hinted since episode 1. You know, right?
They really did. Like, I don't know why they were just really proud of that snail Gatling gun idea. They had to have loved that idea to start teasing it since episode 1.
Oh yeah, but
I'm not gonna
by the
lie.
way, she does. Boy, she does not know how to keep her finger off the trigger. Apparently, Jesus
Dude,
fucking.
she's wrecking her own kingdom with just like those pot shots going everywhere. She's literally just giving a drive-by to everybody, and she's like, well, you know.
Yeah, she acts.
I had to rebuild anyway.
I'm amazed we weren't getting a shot where she shoots one of her own her own townspeople, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for a moment where she was gonna look at an ugly house, like that's just offended for her for a hot second,
And
she
then
would
she
just
just
point the
shoots
Gatling
it.
gun and shoot it down. And it's like, all right, well, reminder, remodel that later, and then goes back into the fight or something like that. I would have loved that honestly, but we didn't really get that. But like, I'm so like, as much as I love the Gatling snail, I just wish it wasn't as fast as it was when it got to her when she was gonna use it, because I really wanted to just drive slow as shit, and like both enemy and good guys just look at it and it's like, it's really taking its time there. It's just like, I really wanted a moment like that or something. But yeah, I mean, we finally get the fucking snail Gatling gun. Oh my god, she just like legit, she is insane with like this fucking gun. It's crazy.
Oh
She's
no, yeah,
literally
no, she
shooting
does not know any
everything.
discipline with her finger whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I have to say that laugh is probably the worst Ojo-sama laugh I've ever heard in my life. Right? That wasn't just me. Like, it's kind of just not great, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to be certain about that. But yeah, we get a lot of her just operating the mech. Also, it's been confirmed she is in the leg.
Yeah.
So, nice to know. Don't know how she's controlling the mech from the leg. That's kind of weird, but alright. What have you. But yeah, I mean, they're doing that whole fight and everything. We get the fantastic moment with the snail Gatling gun, all that drive-by shit. And then, you know, her Ojo-sama laugh, and then the battle ends, you know? And then afterwards we get to we go back to, what's it called? Fucking...
Shuguda?
Shugudum? Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
We're back here again.
And then we find out that Rascal, he sends fucking Bobowski, you know, to do
Wait, his name is not Babowski.
I think it's like Drybowski or something stupid like that. But I just, but I think we made it clear at some point. I would just call him Babowski. Lebowski to make it easier.
I don't recall. I know we're calling Rackley's Rascal because
Yeah.
he is a fucking
His
rascal.
name is Kaguragi Drybowski.
Okay, yeah, we're calling him Babowski now. That's legit. We're just calling him Babowski.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you noticed something when we see Rascal talking, right? I don't know if you noticed that there was something next to him that's just chilling, right?
Oh, you mean the sword that's just hanging right up by his side?
Right. Yeah. Right, because they already confirmed. So besides from the rumor, so the rumor is that there's a Sixth Ranger that he's a white spider or some shit. But we know that Rascal, or we don't know if it's him. We know that there's an extra Ranger that's gonna show up. That's literally a silver repaint of Gira.
Wait, okay, so you're saying we know that there's gonna be a White Ranger, but
no, we have rumors. The rumors that there's a Sixth. The Sixth Ranger rumor is as a White Ranger. And we also know from Toy Skate that there is a straight up another Ranger that's going to show up in the show.
Wait, but there's no reason to believe that Ranger and this Ranger wouldn't be the same exact Sixth Ranger?
No, because they confirmed that this is so that's the thing, right? So William, so I think I explained this to you before about how the Sixth Ranger terminology is fucking worthless and meaningless at this point. Right? So you have the Sixth Ranger, who is literally the designated Sixth Ranger of the team, right? And then you also have these things called Extra Rangers, which are like they might show up before the Sixth Ranger, right? But they are not the Sixth Ranger of the team, right? We call those the Extra Rangers of the team. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because we know that there's a silver repaint of coming in at some point within the next two episodes.
So the white. Okay, so we have white and silver basically coming along, but we don't. But we know, or we are rumored to probably have confirmed that the White Ranger, the Spider, is the Sixth Ranger, and that the Silver Ranger will just be a repaint.
Yeah, he's just an extra Ranger. He's not Ranger. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's not part of the main team. And so the rumor right now is Rascal. He's gonna be the Sixth Ranger, right? Right, because we see the sword there. I mean, the sword is just chilling. It's just big chilling right there,
Really? Is he really gonna be the Sixth Ranger in that case? Because you're implying that he's gonna be a part of the team, right?
No. Extra Rangers are not part. They're just there. They're just.
Oh right? No, okay. Because you see, the way I'm understanding it is okay. So White Ranger, White Spider, fine. But the repaint and the Extra Ranger is probably going to be the king, and he's going to probably be the antagonist or antagonistic.
Yeah, he's going to be the antagonistic Ranger.
Okay. I was misunderstanding that.
Okay. Well, I was gonna be fair. Do I need to get out the whiteboard? Do I need to pull out the whiteboard?
Do you need to get out the red string
right
and tape and everything?
Yeah, I'll explain it to you. I'll explain it to you and everything. I'll take you to the underground tunnels beneath the city. And educate you and everything. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you how there's no war.
I'm ready for
there's no war happening.
Just grant me immortality, man. I'm ready for it. I'm down.
Yeah. But yeah, look, the queen learns her lesson, so she gets a fucking new dress and everything.
I mean, she doesn't even learn her lesson. This is basically who she is. She's just like, all right, this is who I am. And by the way, guys, being selfish is pretty cool. Be selfish, kids.
Also, her fucking doctor outfit is so fucking stupid. I'm not gonna fucking lie.
It's not the greatest outfit I've seen. Yeah, honestly, I kind of expected a lot more.
She has a fucking mask on for no fucking reason. Like she just has like a fucking party mask. Those stupid those stupid masquerade masks on. Like what the fuck is this masquerade mask?
Yeah, the masquerade mask isn't really honestly. I kind of would have been the things I don't like about her outfit when she's being a doctor, which is pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, but the thing that she is a doctor too. But the gloves, and I get what they're going for, pieces of futuristic doctor's gloves or some shit that.
So she's gonna inject the cure straight into your veins, right? She's
exactly. Oh yes,
I'm gonna pinch you and everything, I'm gonna inject this thing straight into your DNA and everything.
Jeez, dude. But yeah, the thing is when she bring the gloves and the mask just don't do it for me with her outfit, I would have accepted maybe high tech glasses or something, and maybe not as bulky gloves, if anything, maybe just regular gloves with maybe the how would you call it, like a monitor on her wrist or something, you know, like kind of that thing, like the fucking the thing I can bring up to mind that's like at least closest in terms of like what I would have wanted. Not quite like it, but like maybe like a sleek, stylized version of like something similar like you would see the Predator would wear. You know, like that little gauntlet type of thing with like a little thing that he can just touch on the with a touchscreen and everything, and just tap in the buttons and the commands. Like if it was something like that, I would have accepted that a lot more. But the gloves just feel like really bulky to me.
Yeah, it looks real dumb. It looks real dumb. But a hit of God Kabuto shows up to blow everyone up. To wrap his godly anger, you know. Like, how dare you? How dare you help the poor? They don't deserve your help. The poor deserves to know that you own their lives, you know, right?
We've had international incidents 3 episodes in a row now. The kidnapping of an international criminal, the kidnapping of a king and an international criminal, and then the bombing of a city and the escape of an international criminal with an international criminal king, and who is now an international criminal queen.
Yeah.
We've had 3 international incidents.
The politics of the show is fucking gonna be crazy by the end of it, you know, right?
Yeah, it's just like everyone's just doing whatever the fuck they want, and they're not considering the impact. Oh my god,
are you seeing that rich people get to do whatever they want with no consequence? Wow, wow, what an observation! Wow. Next thing you're gonna tell me is that if I was the son of a famous NHL player, and I go to a bar and I push a disabled woman's wheelchair down the stairs, you know, I won't get in trouble, dude. You know.
That was so fucked, dude.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just making a hypothetical situation. You know?
Yeah, it's not like it's in the news or something.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wait. As you know, we are a non-political podcast. And we're going to insert the real world politics. That is not our place to talk about that type of stuff. Yeah, you know, sure. Right? The only politics we're going to talk about is the fantasy politics of this show and everything.
Fantasy politics.
You know,
the fantasy politics of the show, dude. Oh my god. But yeah, it's fucking wild.
Yeah, that man legit bombed the town. Two kidnappings in a row, episodes in a row.
I feel like this show is either teaching me like when I become rich, just have a good enough propaganda machine so you can wave away all trouble, or this is a secretly satire showing that the rich and powerful are just idiots all along. It's one or the other, man. It can't be either or. It can't be just like one medium or anything like that. It has to be one or the other at this point, man. It's insane. But yeah, I mean the episode ends like with them escaping from like the blast cannon that is Kabuto.
Yeah.
And then that's essentially it. I mean, the episode is fine. Okay, so you know, last minute or final thoughts on the episode.
Yeah.
But like the episode's fine. Like that's really all I can say. Like we had 2 fantastic episodes, the first and second episode. The first one is just kind of like I feel like needs to be longer. Second episode, good and concise, and it's just like no missing context or any, like it's just straightforward and to the point, and I like it. Third episode by far right now is the weakest, if only because of the subplot with the girl in the wheelchair.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense. I don't like it.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Because otherwise, like again, this is just another episode of us learning about the Yellow Ranger and their motivations and character, and like you know, just teaching us like, hey, if you want to achieve your dreams, you have to be selfish and go for it, kind of thing. And so that's fine. Like I'm fine with this, like with this lesson that they're teaching here, because it's not a bad lesson. But the thing is, the wheelchair girl subplot just kind of ruins it because, like, again, there's
it's real bad. I feel like they did not put as much thought, or the fact that we're missing something within context of the show. Because I literally did not understand her fucking. I did understand her selfish argument whatsoever at any point. Yeah, I literally thought I skipped a scene.
No, yeah, that's exactly the thing.
I actually went back to the beginning of the episode just to rewatch it at that point, and then I realized. Yeah.
It's just like it's just like there's no context. There's like nothing to support like whatever decision or like at least add into the lesson that we're trying to learn here with this girl and between her and Queen Himeno, right? And it's just like it feels like they either cut scenes out or they just didn't bother at all. You know, and it's just like it feels like this one also needs to be longer. But the thing is, while like in comparison with episode 1, we still got enough context as to how we get to where and why. Here we don't get the context, and it just kind of ruins the episode for me. So that's kind of why I'm like, this episode's okay. Yeah. But I still have high hopes for the rest of this episode.
I mean, what the show is doing well so far. I mean, the fact that we're still taking the time to build up the team is crazy, you know, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm very excited to see how the rest of the season is gonna go out.
Right.
But yeah, I think
that's it. Anything else?
If you're in a wheelchair and you can walk, you
sure.
better have a good excuse for being in that wheelchair.
Sure. Yeah. That's how we'll end this. We'll end this episode. Hey, coronavirus is still a thing.
Being able?
Watch this.
No, hold on. I take it back. I'm sorry.
Hey, thanks,
Everything.
bye.
Oh my god, no.